Okay. We brought up cloud gaming last time on the podcast, how it could be the future of gaming. And look what happens. Because I'm psychic. We have reports of 2...
TechCrunch wrote this article for you because you requested it.
Because I requested it.
Yeah.
That's right. So The Verge had an exclusive first that talked about Verizon quietly testing its own Netflix-style cloud gaming service. Verizon Gaming is already running on the NVIDIA Shield and soon Android. So this is the first piece of news, not as important because I don't know if this is going to go over big with Verizon. So
yeah, they're saying they'll use the NVIDIA Shield and then, it'll probably work its way to smartphones.
Sure.
So that's a different type of... I don't know. I think maybe a streaming service for smartphone games, depending on the price, might work.
What does an NVIDIA Shield go for? What do they cost? A couple $100?
I'm not certain.
Let's
People
see,
like them, though.
180 at Best Buy, 170 on Amazon. Okay. And that's just a little crappy little thing you hook up to a TV with a controller, right?
No, I mean, you can hold it. It's portable, too.
It's portable?
Yeah, I know a lot of people who have them who like them. I don't know a ton about them.
So, okay. So they're investigating that. Verizon has been quietly recruiting players to take part in the test, which currently involves over 135 games. The Verge has the inside skinny on this. Participants are promised a $150 Amazon gift card upon completion. They're given a free NVIDIA Shield, Xbox One controller, and a login for the test. The Verizon gaming app comes pre-installed on Shield devices. Verizon will also be distributing it to testers privately through Google Play later this month. Okay. And then when you click on it, there's some screenshots here they got from someone. You have Overwatch, World Cup, Fortnite, Battlefield. You have FIFA on here. You have God of War, Grand Theft Auto 5, Destiny 2, Far Cry 5. So these are new games. Red Dead Redemption 2. All right. No Man's Sky. All right. You have Metro, Anthem.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are games that you would have to have on a service like this?
Yeah. Question, of course, is how well does the streaming work? I still don't think we're quite there.
I'm not sure. God of War is PS4 exclusive.
Yes.
How are they getting that on there?
They can. They were talking about it with on this Amazon Cloud article as well about
how we're getting to Amazon.
The
trials-based performance.
They're talking about how it would probably incorporate games from other systems.
That's incredible, then.
But they...
I think you give every individual user their own online account to do that? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because how would you be able to license... Would Sony be okay licensing them to, for a certain amount of, say, God of War? Say we need 1,000 licenses for God of War 4. You know what I mean? Like, how would that work out? I guess that's how it would work out. They'd allow their servers to have that amount of people be able to play it at one time. I guess that's how it'd have to work. I didn't think about that because this isn't all just PC stuff. PC, it's like, who cares? You buy, the copies on PC and you're good to go. All right, so that's Verizon's one, right?
Right.
So also, though, announced right after this was an Amazon cloud gaming service. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, okay, now I'm paying attention more. So Amazon, they own Twitch. They've been getting into the gaming stuff more and more. Razer announced recently it would integrate Amazon's Alexa into its gaming platform. Okay. So now it looks like Amazon wants to get into this as well.
Right. And I think this is, more of it really does truly look like a Netflix thing where it's not like just one publisher, one company. They're saying right here that one of the issues that they may face is getting game publishers on board. For many, the bread and butter comes from sales of the games that are played on consoles, usually games that are specific to one particular proprietary console. So a service that is constructed Netflix or Amazon Prime style, where a consumer pays a single monthly fee to access whatever content they want when they want it, could eat into those margins. The only thing I would say here is I think whoever's writing this is overestimating the amount of exclusives that we actually have on consoles these days.
Sure.
They're definitely there, but it's not like it was even 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's like, you don't have Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC yet. It'll get there eventually. That happens with the GTA games as well. So you're really looking at probably people be like, oh, where's Spider-Man 4? Well, okay, but here's all these other games on all consoles and PCs, so you don't have to worry about it.
Right. So it
still has a lot of value.
Right. So even if they don't get those exclusives, I don't think it's necessarily gonna hurt them a ton.
No, probably not. Because especially if it's not that much money.
Right. But I have really good internet, and I used PlayStation Now for a little bit, and some games still just don't stream well. I just don't.
Well, what, you need a fast connection.
You know, fast connection, but even then, if you're playing stuff like fighting games or action games that are getting hectic, like, you don't want to worry about any stutters or lag. I feel like everyone's jumping into this. I feel like these companies are jumping into it, but I honestly don't feel like the tech's quite there yet.
Well, Amazon, though, has their AWS cloud service, though, which is what a ton of websites use.
Okay.
In order to, because they operate out of the cloud. That's why, like, when Amazon servers go down, half the websites in the web go down.
Yeah.
Amazon's, they're at the forefront of this technology.
Sure.
So that helps. It's probably what their own website's on, you know. So if they're going to do it, they're the people to do it. Besides Jeff Bezos being able to buy and sell all of us 10 times over, they're the players that could do this. Probably even more so than Verizon, to me.
Crushing seltzers.
Go for it, man. Get that ginger ale. For me, this is all about, this is all price. If this is reasonably priced, you're going to have a ton of people jump in just, I think, out of curiosity. I would.
Yeah.
I would. If it's what's reasonable, $20 a month, $25 a month for cloud gaming.
I think,
if it's a decent amount of titles.
I think PlayStation Now is about $20 a month.
I'd jump in. Why not? Let's put it this way. If they could somehow have me play a PS4 game on my PC or on my TV that without the console, that would be great.
Sure.
If they could have me play, Red Dead Redemption 2 on my PC, even though it's coming from, a fucking Xbox One somewhere on their server or whatever, that would be incredible. I'd be in. I'd be in for it. I think we always said we're moving towards that direction anyway, but now it's interesting, like you said, about you have all these competing services. They may not want that, because now I don't want you playing Spider-Man on a cloud service, because that's how we make our money. Sony selling the consoles.
Right, exactly.
So that's where it's going to get kind of weird, which is kind of the direction we've now gone with streaming services.
Right.
It's not even movies and TV.
It's not even so much, I think, that it's the exclusives that would necessarily be hard to get. It's the first-party exclusives.
Sure. Yes. And then how does DLC play into it? How do things like that happen?
Well, my experience with PlayStation Now was that most of the time the DLC was incorporated, but there were some games where you would have to download it. You might maybe have to download it separately.
All right, I'm on board for this. It's going to be all cloud gaming except for Nintendo. Nintendo's going to have it locked down 50 years from now. You'll be playing your VR integrated brain switch in your head. Literally brain switch. You hit a button to reset right there.
Kill switch. The
kill switch. I think that's where we're going to end up. I really think so. We now have cross-platform play on games. What I just see the announcement that what was it? Rocket League's now the second game that have cross-play across all consoles and PC. That's become more regular thing.
Oh, so Sony.
I think Sony
quieted down a bit on that.
I think they realize they have to, because people are not happy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they think. Yeah.
So that's where using your voice works.
Yeah. Engadget. This happened the past day or two. Rocket League supports crossplay on every console, even PS4. So now they're. So yeah,
that's cool.
Why not?
Yeah.
Consoles are going to be a thing of the past, except for Nintendo, because they're weird.
Speaking of, no, they're getting out of the console business.
They're done. Nintendo's doomed.
They're never making another one. Speaking of streaming, did you see this morning that Netflix is raising their rates again?
Was a $1 a month for the HD.
I think $1 to $2.
$11 to $13 for HD. Yeah. They're making so much content, but then again, don't relicense fucking Friends for $100 million or whatever the hell they paid for that.
Right.
That's where this comes from. And now the services are pulling out. So again, it's the same thing, because now, 10 years ago, what's streaming? There was no streaming services 10 years ago besides Netflix getting into it. Now you got Warner Brothers.
Well, wasn't there Game Tap back then too?
There was Game Tap. I'm talking about for movies.
Oh, okay.
But so now you have ESPN Plus, Warner Brothers doing their own thing, Disney doing their own one, CBS doing their own one with all the Star Trek stuff. I think NBC's going to do their own one. You have Amazon with their own original content. So now you're going to have 15 fucking streaming services to sign up for in order to get everything that was only on like Hulu and Netflix.
Yeah, it's awful. It used to be the cheap alternative to cable, and now it's just like cable, but every streaming service is a different channel.
Welcome to capitalism, everyone. But that's what happens. Netflix was the first, but now they're getting bit in the ass because the cost of licenses stuff is too much. and now their content's going away anyway. Disney's like, oh no, we have half the library of movies now because of the Fox deal.
They do have Blue Planet 2 from BBC on there.
On Netflix?
I've been watching the shit out of that. It's good.
That's like the Earth series, same sort of thing?
It's the sequel to the Blue Planet. And
Does the Earth survive in the sequel?
I don't know. But I swear, it's like, they say, I don't have a 4K TV. I feel like I'm watching something in 4K. It's just shot that fucking brilliantly.
4K, you still don't need 4K. You don't need it. For most stuff. Unless you have like an 80-inch TV, you don't need it. All right, anything else to add here?
Nope.
I think Amazon will make a play and they'll do well because they have too much money. And plus they have the AWS service, like I said before, that already runs half the fucking internet runs on it. All right, Ian, we have we want to talk about fucking Soulja Boy handheld?
No, I really don't want to talk about Soulja Boy anymore. He has a new handheld. It doesn't look like it comes with any games on it.
He learned his lesson. It's just a Vita knockoff thing, and you can buy it for half the price on Amazon.
Yep, it's more expensive than it should be.
Or AliExpress, wherever you want to buy it.
But it doesn't look like it comes with any games. So, there it is.